Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni, hot on the Endwalker hype. We knew that the special site was going to be updated sooner or later with all of that lovely information. And of course, we'll be able to play this in less than a month now. I'm pretty hyped, pretty excited, and kind of stressed out about all of the extra work that I'm going to have to do, but it's a good stress. It's a positive stress. So on this website, which I'll link in the description, we have this beautiful moving trailer behind the logo here. You'll see that there's some green dots. This signifies there's new sections. So let's look at the storyline bit first so we know all about this bit. But this is on new trials. So first we've got information on Anima, which I think was already there, but we'll read it. Encased in an otherworldly carapace and bound with thick chains, probably. This abomination is agony made flesh. Within its hollow eyes burns a baleful light, as its jagged maw hangs wide, belching forth searing flame. So there we go. Anima is overhype. If you've played Final Fantasy X, you'll know that the original Anima was actually Seymour's mother that gave her life to become a basically one of the Faith to use on his journey to defeat sin, which is quite interesting. This is probably nothing like that though, but it is going to be the same iconic look, and we have the same person from Final Fantasy X coming back to make it, so it should be very recognizable. Also here we have the Mega Sisters, which has been around for a very long time, a trinity of gods long revered by the people of Thavnia. Sindurva, or Cindy, the eldest, is said to be the bearer of wisdom. Sandurova, that of prosperity, so that's Sandy, and Mindurova, the youngest, ingenuity. So we've got Mindy, Sandy, and Cindy, as you probably remember them, looking pretty good in that art. In the media tour, I got to actually challenge them in the Tower of Zot dungeon. Presumably they will be continued into a trial as well, since this is the trial section. But you get introduced to those fairly early in the Thavnia story from what I saw. So that's the storyline bit. Then we have challenges. This is a new section. So adding to the fact that we have Myths of the Realm, which is going to be our new Alliance raid based on the 12 Gods of Eorzea, we also have the new high-end raid. We have information on Pandemonium. Interesting. So it says, far beneath the ground upon which mortals tread, steeped in darkness, deep as starless night, ancient power lies dormant, too hungry, too brutal, too monstrous. What cannot be controlled must be contained. Here in Pandemonium, dare you make the descent. That's kind of nice and kind of creepy at the same time. I'm looking forward to it. If you've played Final Fantasy II, then you'll be like, is it the same Pandemonium? Possibly taking some riff ideas of the bosses maybe, but I have absolutely no idea what to expect. Of course, a lot of people are theorizing that La Habrea has quite a bit to do with it, and perhaps since La Habrea, I believe, was responsible for the creation of all sorts of monstrosities in the original Amara, right? The original Ascian, the ancient place. Through the side stories, it was told us that they experimented on creating different forms of life. Maybe if you can't control it, these creations, they must be contained. So maybe they'll do a whole like test subject thing. I'll probably be wrong with that, but that's my estimate, that's my guess. It's a fairly good educated guess, but we'll see. Is it La Habrea's creations? Who knows? We'll see. And maybe we might see the man himself, although that might be a bit far-fetched. The new dungeons then, we do actually have a picture here. Does it actually name it as the Tower of Zot? Probably not. It says, journey into perilous territory with your companions by your side and test your resolve against fearsome foes. You'll need both courage and cunning if you are to avert the coming of the end. Bit gloomy? Not bit gloomy. What is the video here? Is this is the actual dungeon playthrough video that came out a long time ago. Ooh, that's a horrible place to go. Yeah, so the first place was Tower of Zot. What's the other dungeon we have? This is underneath Garlemald, presumably, with the train. I'm not sure what that dungeon's called yet, but it looks to be quite fun. I have no idea. This looks like it's in Labyrinthos, to be honest, especially with the outside sort of Eureka-like testing field for elemental places. Yeah, that's definitely Charlian. And presumably a lot more. So I'm looking forward to the dungeons personally, so yes. And then you have a little bit on the new small-scale PvP content. It says, the perfect introduction to PvP. This brand new content brings the opportunity for casual players, very specifically mentioned here, to participate in heart-pounding battles without role restrictions for plentiful new rewards. Jump right in and join the fray. So there's some key buzzwords that we can kind of take as the idea of what to expect, okay? So small scale PvP is the first, like that, it's small scale. So I don't know how many players that is, we don't know yet. Casual players. Now this I don't think we've seen very much. So this is to try and alleviate any kind of stress away from the expectation of the audience. So they're saying that the other PvP might be quite a high stress situation, whereas this is focused on pretty much everyone can get involved. So we'll have to wait and see how they cater to that, since this is catering directly to, as they call it, casual players, quote unquote. Heart-pounding battles. So some form of battle. We don't know if that's actually with our characters or with mechs or what this could be. Who knows? Without role restrictions. That sort of backs up the idea then that, I mean, without role restrictions, was there really that many role restrictions in Peace, in Frontline and stuff anyway? I don't think there was. You could queue up with a group of whatever you wanted, right? But the fact it says without role restrictions makes me think that this won't be like our characters. I could be wrong. Who knows? Small scale PvP could mean anything, because anything where you are against other players in some way, shape or form is classed as PvP. So, for plentiful new rewards, this is the bit that I'm focusing on. So it's got to be accessible then. If there's going to be lots of rewards, then they're focusing on the casual players. This will be something that everyone can involve. And they're talking about jumping right in and joining the fray. I'm looking forward to this. I cannot wait to hear more about it. I know nothing about small-scale PvP. I'm excited to see what they've come up with, how they've managed to work this out, how they've managed to make this accessible by as many people as possible. Hopefully in the next live letter we get more information on that. That's really hype. And at the bottom of the screen, actually no, that'll be in the media section, there's some new information which you've probably already seen. I've already seen it, but in the artwork section we have obviously access to those images we had before. So that's the new Mega Sisters art in all of its glory. That's really nice, actually. That's really, really nice. That's the sort of thing I'd want to put as like a phone background or something. What else do we have here that's new? Oh yeah, we got the CG art. I showed this in the previous video, but this is accessible now, so you can look at all the artifact gear on various representatives of races for your particular job. So we've got Paladin, we've got Warrior, Dark Knight, we've got Gunbreaker, lovely White Mage, I love that outfit, Scholar there, Astrolagian, we've got Monk, Dragoon, which is just amazing, got some Ninja, some Samurai, some Bard, Machinist, Dancer's really cute. I like the blade weapons as well, it's very different than just discs. Black Mage with a nice staff, Summoner looks amazing as usual. Red Mage looking fairly normal. Sage looking amazing. I do like the Sage new lifts and the design behind this. I cannot wait to play Sage. And we got Reaper, which I think most other people are like, I want to play that so badly. And I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. But that's pretty much all there is for that update of the special site. I will continue to do videos on updates to this because not everybody checks it. I had a comment recently that really kind of irritated me. It was like, why would people watch this video when they can just click on something and preview it? Or click on something? Isn't that basically the principle with anything on the internet? Like, if you can go and view it yourself, you would. Sort of thing. It's kind of like a null comment. So, yeah, I wasn't really that appreciative of that kind of comment. It kind of stung a little bit. The idea behind videos like this is to share the hype for things. If people haven't understood that yet, then I really don't know what else to say. Yes, of course, you can click on the link in the description and have a look yourself. But we're here to talk about it and to share opinions, which is something that adds to the content rather than takes from it. But there we go. Anyway, let me know what you think. Try to keep it civil in the comment section. Don't be a dumb bum. And we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.